Yo, you guys, welcome back to another video. This is Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got a Michigan basketball video. We have been covering a lot of Michigan football lately, and I just kind of said, you know what, there's not that much going around Michigan football, just more and more recruiting news, and I feel like we can all kind of, get away from that for a bit and just focus on Michigan basketball, and on we're going to be covering the latest news on Michigan basketball, so stay tuned for this video. We're going to be covering everything and reasons why Juwan Howard will not leave Michigan, and so yeah, it's going to be all in this video. Hope you guys do enjoy. Please consider subscribing, greatly appreciate that, and let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Alright, so let's just go ahead and start off with Juwan Howard. I know a lot of you guys will probably be clicking on this video because of this, and pretty much, just going to be going over why Juwan Howard will not leave Michigan basketball and why he is pretty much here to stay, and I really believe so as well. If you guys have not heard, there have been rumors of the Boston Celtics, the Trailblazers, and among other teams interested in hiring Juwan Howard in the NBA. Meanwhile, the Boston Celtics also have some stuff going on in there, some bad culture stuff or something. That's what Kyrie Irving said and everything. All of that, drama in the NBA. And a lot of people were, speculating whether if Juwan Howard would go to the Celtics and fix stuff there or something. But all of that good jazz and everything. But I really feel like Juwan Howard is here to stay. He came here to his alma mater, and he is, he's a great coach. After his first year was 19-12 record here at Michigan basketball in his first year, and then last year they finished 23-5, won the Big Ten regular season conference title, and then had a heartbreaking loss to UCLA in the Elite Eight, lost by 1 point. And for his first NCAA tournament, he went all the way to the Elite Eight, had a chance to beat UCLA and go to the Final Four for his first tournament. And he's succeeding here at Michigan lately in his first couple of years. Obviously, his NBA background is so huge for the culture and everything, and he was actually the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches for the Miami Heat. And I've heard a lot of that culture, and in the Miami Heat and everything, that the culture there is very great. And Juwan Howard is also building a really great culture here at Michigan for basketball. And the recruiting, number 1 recruiting class in the 2021 class coming in next year, and then also we got another 7'1" center that doesn't even barely have to jump to dunk, that we could be on the top to get him in recruiting. Recruiting is just insane right now for basketball. It's pretty hard to keep up, honestly, all the good recruits that we can get and everything that's going on in recruiting for Michigan basketball. But Juwan Howard is really doing things nice here, especially for recruiting here for Michigan basketball, and it's just so nice to have a great coach like him come in here. Obviously everybody was bummed when John Beilein left Michigan. He was a really great coach here at Michigan, and then he left, and then everybody thought we were going to go down, but then all of a sudden here comes Juwan Howard. Not a lot of people thought he had head coach experience, didn't think he was going to do good here, and now he's on the merge to getting a national title one of these years here in the future, and I can definitely tell you that he does have a great chance to win a national championship here in the next few years. Another thing is, I really think Juwan Howard digs, getting younger players to, coach them and make them good. And, obviously, Juwan Howard has only coached John Beilein's players, but, he still has to be able to recruit his own players that he has recruited. So we're yet to see, how he develops his own players that he recruited. And but I think he will do an amazing job, and I think, he loves he loves the University of Michigan here, and I really don't think that he will go anywhere else unless they offer him a bizarre amount of money. But Michigan is very rich, and so if we have to keep him, we will pay him good money. So that's just my thoughts on it. I don't really think he will go anywhere else, and especially with his sons coming in as well. He has his one son already on the team right now, and then he also has his other son, which is supposed to be even better than his son already on the team. Jace Howard is a son currently on the team, but he also has another son coming in that is actually doing really great, and he actually did really good last year in high school and everything. So we should be good, and who knows, he could be a great player here at Michigan. Also, Juwan Howard also really does love recruiting, and not most coaches really love recruiting. That's why most coaches don't really like to coach in college ball, because they don't like the grind of recruiting. But Juwan Howard loves connecting with the players and their families, and he just loves the recruiting experience. And under John Beilein, Michigan didn't really land that many big recruits, but for the most part, Beilein really got under the radar players and developed them really great. Like Duncan Robinson, a D3 player, picked him up and developed him, and he was amazing. He's on the Heat now, shooting threes like it's nothing, and that's what John Beilein did. But Juwan Howard, it's kind of come easy to him. He has experience being an NBA player. Younger players in high school realize that, and they see that, and they want to go play for Juwan Howard because he has NBA experience and he can share that experience with these younger players. That helps him a whole lot in the recruiting process, and it just helps a lot to recruit, having that experience in the NBA that most coaches coming in do not have that NBA experience. Now back to his family and his son, Jace Howard. He, obviously I just was talking about him. He was in the Michigan's 2020 recruiting class, and he is going to be a sophomore this upcoming season. But his younger son is Jet Howard, and he, should be coming to Michigan in the 2022 class. He's actually a high-ranking 4-star recruit, and is also a rising prospect in the country. And he has not committed to the Wolverines yet, but a lot of people do believe he will come to Ann Arbor, and that will be his destination for college. And some of you guys may be questioning, how does this affect Juwan Howard going away? Well, it really does, because he has his sons on the team. So will he go away from his sons? Like would Juwan Howard really leave his sons at the University of Michigan when he was just coaching there? And so having his sons on the team is also a great factor to why he probably will not leave Michigan, at least for the upcoming next 3-4 years probably, because his sons will be on the team, and he will probably want to coach his sons here at the great University of Michigan. So that's another reason why Juwan Howard probably will not leave, and I believe he will not leave the University of Michigan for a while, probably a long time, especially if he can get some national championships under his belt here at Michigan. Alright, so I did mention that we were going to be going over some different stuff here around Michigan basketball. I just got word that Michigan transfer commit Devante Jones actually got invited to the G League Elite Camp. Now, a lot of you guys are probably questioning, how does this affect Michigan right now? How does this affect Michigan basketball? He came here, he committed, he's going to be playing. Well, Devante Jones actually said that he does intend on playing at Michigan for one season, but he will also still go through the pre-draft process to receive feedback and see where his stock lies. So, there is still some question about whether he will play. Obviously, it is a very, for sure thing that he will play, probably because he did just come out of the Sun Belt, and, he probably will still end up playing here, but that is what he is doing right now, and he did get invited to the NBA G League Elite Camp. So that is some other news right there. And also, we did talk about Hunter Dickinson going to or entering the NBA draft for now, but he also is able to come back to the University of Michigan next year if he wants to. So that will also be huge to hear, and that is pretty much really everything around Michigan basketball right now. Franz Wagner, Isaiah Livers, Johnny Brown, and Mike Smith all trying to get drafted in the NBA draft. Probably Mike Smith and Johnny Brown are really questionable. Isaiah Livers and Franz Wagner are both projected to go in the NBA draft. Franz Wagner actually a top 10 draft pick projection, and Isaiah Livers, I think they said late first rounder or early second rounder, something like that. Meanwhile, Hunter Dickinson also, did enter the NBA draft, but I don't think Hunter. It's really, it's really hard to predict whether Hunter Dickinson will come back or not. Obviously we really hope he does, but then again, it's his future, and he is really a 3-year college player at this point because he did go to prep school for 2 years, so he's pretty much junior really in college, even though he's only a freshman because he's only been in Michigan for 1 year. So he's technically going to be a sophomore next year, but he did go to prep school for 2 years, so that he's, a little bit older than most sophomores in college basketball. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Just want to touch up on some things about Juwan Howard, talk about him, and no worries to Michigan fans. If you are worrying about this, you really shouldn't. Juwan Howard is not going to leave Michigan. He's not going anywhere. Trust me on this. I mean, it's the same stuff when Jim Harbaugh was doing good his first 2 years here at Michigan. All the talk about always going to go, to the Jets or to, whoever. That's what was going on and everything. It's the same crap here. Juwan Howard will not be leaving, and there are many reasons backing up on why he will not be leaving his, Michigan Wolverines. It's where he went to school to, so he's not going to leave, guys. Don't worry about that. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. Recruiting is still doing well, even though we don't have any recruit commitments in the class of 2022. Although crystal ball projections do say that we will be getting a few commitments here soon in the class of 2022, but we'll see on that. But we do get the #1 recruiting class coming in next year for the class of 2021. That's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did find this useful. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to consider subscribing to my channel. Just cover Michigan football and basketball news a lot around this channel. We also do cover, other sports and everything, the NBA playoffs, but we do we focus more on Michigan football and basketball. You guys obviously seem to enjoy a lot more of those videos, according to the, video analytics and the views and everything. So, again, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate all the support. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.